Anna. And let's say Anna really wants to be a 10. She knows be a 10 that there are certain things she has to do. She has her list. The first item says she needs to go to the neighbor's house and ask to use their car. ... Let's take the story in another direction. Let's say we also have our character of Bobby. And Bobby is part of a team. They want to win a race that 10 miles long. Each of them has to run 10 miles with 10 items balanced on their heads. Bobby's items are pieces of fruit. So we had to get creative. And what he did was ... We could take this in another direction. Let's say that we have Cynthia. And Cynthia is working with a matchmaking service. She is up to question number 7. If she gets it correct, she gets to meet a candidate in person. There, she'll get to ask three questions in person. Those will determine the next steps. Nervously, she shifts in her seat. ... And we could also take the story in another direction. Let's say we have Ethan. And Ethan is walking down the street when he sees a $10 bill floating by him. He tries to grab it, but it just floats away a little bit more, the harder he tries to catch it, the more it floats away until he's utterly lost and wondering, was it worth it to get lost for a $10 bill? But then, dot, dot, dot. So there you have it, 4 different ideas that you could take the number 10 into a story idea. It's interesting that it's 10 since we're going to be writing a 10-minute story. Of course, if the number 10 or the 10 of clubs sparked an idea for you, I would love for you to take that in a direction. As we write, I would encourage you to keep the tilt philosophy in mind. Remember, with the tilt philosophy, our goal is to finish the story draft. We're going to do that by keeping our pen moving. If to do that, we need to introduce some magic or something that could never happen, we encourage that because remember, you can always edit a first draft, but you can't edit a draft that you've never written. That said, it's time to transition to our 10-minute story writing time. If you'd like to write along with me, go ahead and grab your paper and pens. If you prefer a silent writing time, now is a good time to mute your computer. I will be modeling my writing process for you, which means I will be talking out loud. If you're watching the replay, sometimes it can be fun to put this on mute and turn the playback speed up to 2 or 3 times to watch my handwriting fill the screen. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Just a quick note, I will be flipping my hourglass twice. It does run for 4.5 minutes each time, so there is an extra minute that you may see me let go a little bit longer here or there, and that's the reason why. So if you're ready, let's get started in the green realm by introducing our character. Okay, so we've got Cynthia. She has made it through the first 7 questions, which means that tonight she says she might meet her soul mate. I have paid a lot of money because I'm tired of being alone and weary of seeking love on my own, of wasting hours and days on candidates who are simply helpless in many ways. So, what do I want? What I want What I want is to meet him tonight. I want him to answer my questions and answer them right. It's only 3 questions between me and true love. Just 3 little questions. I've written them down just in case I get nervous, which must be perfectly natural. On the night you might meet your soul mate. We've arranged to meet at my favorite wine bar. He's been vetted for safety by the dating service, and they have cameras on him, so I'm not worried about that part. I take a sip of my Chardonnay and I see him walk in. Hello, he says. I'm James. Hello, I say. I'm careful not to ask, how are you? Because that would be a waste of a question. I just motion to the seat. Again, not wanting to waste a question. He looks down at our feet and chuckles. Well, look at that. We're wearing the same kind of shoes. Aha, he said. I guess we are soul mates of at least one type. I nod. Okay, good. He's cute and he has a sense of humor. Let's get to the questions, shall we? I say, and then I smack my hand over my mouth, realizing that I just wasted a question after I'd been so careful not to. I sigh. I guess I have 2 left. I make sure to make a statement, not a question. He nods. Ready. The first question. What's your favorite food? I ask this because I think you can tell a lot about a person by what they like to eat. He also, do they have allergies? Are they picky? Do they cook? How hard will they be to get along with? He says, without hesitation, filet of sole. A fish man, I tease. Not opposed. He grins. His eyes twinkle as he holds up 2 fingers. Sole number 2. I'd say we're doing pretty well. I have 1 question left. 1 question left. Music. It's very important to me. And once again, you can tell a lot about a person. What's your favorite kind of music? He says, that's easy. You know, soul music, R&B, the blues, jazz. Just then, music fills the wine bar, and we jump up and start dancing. Have I found my soulmate? Or just a soul mate for tonight? And that's the end of my story writing for today. If you're in a good flow, I encourage you to keep going. If you enjoyed writing with me today, consider subscribing to the channel. When I upload the video, I will include a synopsis of the 4 story ideas in the description, as well as a summary of my micro story. In the comments, I'll include any thoughts I have about how I might edit the story if I'm going to do a second revision. This is the end of the workshop for today. Thank you for coming to join me. I hope you have a great writing day, and I will see you again soon.